and welcome to Nadia's Studio. I am doing a crossover work between my crochet creations. In this case, they are child outfit slash costume sets with a poncho, a bucket hat, and fingerless gloves, themed around different animals. I have a woodland collection composed of, let's see, a fox, a wolf, and a bear. And then I have the garden collection, which is a bee, a flower slash fairy if you added some wings and a wand, and a frog. So here I am. I wanted to illustrate kind of little characters or mascots to them to kind of utilize in posts and things, and I just like the idea of actually making them into characters. I have thought about creating stories around my work, and that's sometimes often a theme with some of the projects. They do have their own story to them, and so this is kind of combining those two. I will show each of the outfits themselves that I hand crocheted, and then we'll see going into the painting portion working on these little characters. And yeah, so I love this little girl. She reminds me of Rosetta from Tinkerbell, but I do think this fox girl is my favorite. She kind of has this serious sereneness to her, and I pulled a lot from anime characters with kind of how I did the hair, and they often have little cat or fox ears, so it lent into it really well. And I kind of used some traditional looking pants as well for her bottoms, because while the outfits have a poncho and a hat and gloves, there aren't any matching pants or bottoms or anything, so I was able to express some uniqueness in how a child kind of might wear it, but in also a slightly how to say, like story type way. I kind of see these each as their own little characters, and I tried to express a different type of child in them, like the fox, not the fox, the wolf there, the little boy who was running very carefree, while the fox is very serene. And I like the idea of the bear and the bee maybe being siblings or friends, and the bee being a girl who's very giddy and bubbly and having that buzzy energy, and the bear being just that laid back kind of slowness to the bears, that it's just like probably always looking out for little sister and her shenanigans and just engaging that way. Here you see the frog, and so we're going to go into painting the frog. I initially thought this was going to be my favorite because I did her first, and it was just so cute. I'm really, really proud of how this turned out. I think her outfit's adorable, and I initially just kind of had her like bouncing and like jumping in puddles, and I kind of just had her arms, not her arms, but her hands were just kind of in this back motion like this, like I don't know, I've seen some cutesy poses like that, and that was initially all it was. And then my mom pointed out that it looked like she was jumping rope, and so I had to add that in as well, and I think that's very perfect. I like that it's like a kind of a little adventurous. She got her little clogs on, and off she goes. Here we go into the flower one, and this one I wanted to be very girly and cutesy, and so like I said, she kind of reminds me of Rosetta, so a little bit fussy about the hair perhaps. And I love this like gorgeous curly hair I gave her. Kind of reminds me of my younger brother when he had long curly hair as a child as well, which is a little funny since she's a girl. But yes, I did struggle with the color on her because it's kind of purple but not quite. It's also pinkish, so I do go in with some pink layers to try to fix that. I find myself often struggling with purple because I kind of have to keep blending blue and red till I get a good purple, and it often doesn't turn out the way I want it to, but I think the illustration's cute. Here we go on to the fox. Fox, like I said, is very serene and kind of, we're in fall right now, so I kind of pulled in that wind and leaves to it, and I just kind of wanted her being watchful, perhaps. And yeah, something about her I really, really love, and I'm very happy with how kind of the colors pull together. Here you see I'm halfway through the illustrating process and I had to take a break. And then I came back to it, going in with some shadows and deepening it. I didn't want to go too crazy or do too much. I did want to keep this simple, not overdo the layers. And yeah, so that is basically the fox. And then we go on to the wolf. And the wolf, I wanted to have this kind of running, carefree energy. Just kind of enjoying, probably rolling around in leaves kind of energy. Very much like a pup, I suppose, in that respect. And other than that, I guess I didn't have much concept for him. I did want it to be a boy. And yeah, just that he is just enjoying life and out there running and having his little adventures. And that's kind of all that was to him. I really liked how I did the paint on his poncho. Not too much, not too little. I think it was just right. Here is the bee and the bear costumes, as you can see, and since I paired them up here. The boy I wanted to keep very simple. I always had in mind that he was going to be all brown. I think it's off camera, but I realized overall it was turning out too brown and too simple compared to her, that she does have more colors. And again, I thought she would because of the bee thing. I thought she would be a little more springy, a little more vibrant and bubbly. But I do go in and add kind of yellow to his pants to help pull in her yellow as well. But yeah, this was a project I had in mind for a while, and you will be seeing these little characters coming up in my social media posts and things of that sort. I would love to find also another use for them, maybe little cards to go with the products, but we'll see. Here you can get a look at the final side by side. I would love to know which one is your favorite and any ideas you have for what I could use them for. Thanks for watching.